Two more close games. That's just been the norm for the Badgers, or so it seems, here in the Big Ten season. A double overtime game where the Badgers fell to Indiana on Tuesday night. No overtime, but close to it on Saturday as Wisconsin knocked off Penn State 61-57, getting win number 20 on the season, now 12-6 in the Big Ten Conference. We'll recap the two games of this past week. We'll check in with one of the seniors getting ready to play his final home game, Charlie Thomas, and we'll have our weekly conversation with head coach Greg Gard. All coming up on today's edition of the Badger Sports Report.
Here comes Dimitrick up the middle to the front court for Wisconsin. Trice to the free throw line. Now drives left of the lane, throws it up low on the left. Good off the glass. Trice on the penetration. Well, here comes Wisconsin. And Dimitrick Trice to the front court. Badgers catching a break there as Hara missed one from close range. Hap kicks to Pritzel. Left corner three is good. Pritzel from Hap, and it's 9-7 Penn State. Reavers a handoff to Trice, picked up by Watkins, now trapped by Watkins and Wheeler. A throw to Reavers, a step back 16-footer is good. Nate Reavers his first points, 12-9 Penn State, 11:38 left in the half. Here's Trice on the right side. Feed to Kobe King, thinking about it, he'll take the three, right corner, he'll splash it. First points for Kobe, it's 14-12 Penn State. Maybe he'll dribble it out front, he's double teamed, open man Hap. He finds Iverson, one pump, low on the left, got it. We got flybys from Stevens and Wheeler. Good work by Iverson inside. Darts at the Reavers, who bobbled the pass. Working baseline left. Now draws the double team. And he throws one high, but it pulled down by King. Kobe probing. Baseline right. Fades, fires, hits. Well, that's great work by King. He saved the possession. Had to go up to catch the high pass. 1-2-2 3/4 look continues from Penn State. Badgers break it. Trice throws to Iverson. Goes into Hap. Got away from Hara. Slam dunk. Ethan Hap. He has 12. 38-32 Penn State. The switch now. Reeves will pick up Brad. Moves it into Hap. Left of the lane. Little double right now on Ethan. Left corner. Drives the baseline. Out to Pritzel. Good look at a three. Right side. Tie game. Another hit from Brevin from long range, 41-all with 12:45 to play. Hap knocked it away, loose ball snapped up by King. It's 2-on-2. Here's Kobe, goes to the goal, runs it up and in! Kobe King gives Wisconsin the lead, 43-41. 12:18 remaining, timeout Penn State. Badgers get it across against Penn State's 1-2-2 3/4 look. Trice will throw to King, high on the right, feeds Davis in between the circles. Brad puts it on the deck, left of the lane, now to Pritzel, open three, left corner, good again! Revan Pritzel has flipped it 3 times, he has connected 3 times. Lashes off the left wing in the lane, lost the handle, ball is loose, King comes up with it, turnover Penn State. Kobe races up the floor, slams on the brakes, feeds Davison, Pritzel wide open three, left corner, money! Revan Pritzel, his 4th from downtown. 49-45, Wisconsin with 10:40 remaining.
To be able to hold them to 24% shooting, not turn the ball over only one time the second half, that's been our identity. To be able to guard really well and take care of the ball. And to be able to get this group to get to 20 wins, 12 wins now in the league, it's a credit to them because they've grown a lot. And like I said, it doesn't come easy. It doesn't just happen. There's a lot of people that are involved with it, more than even the guys that wear the uniforms. And then obviously for Otto to be able to win on his special day and acknowledge him, and he's been around here longer than most of us in this room have been alive.
This is Wisconsin basketball. Stolen by Ethan Hap. Hap to the rim, and he hammers it down with the right hand. He'll drive to the goal and hammers it down. And running into Davison, who takes the charge again. The feed to Trice, who splashes a triple. Out the fourth, the three left of the circle, tie game.
The Badger Sports Report with Greg Gard is presented by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Wisconsin Badgers. And UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
This is where amazing happens, where ideas turn into realities. This is where they developed a better way to observe blood flow, a better way to visualize pediatric heart surgeries before they even happen. You see, at UW Health and the American Family Children's Hospital, they're not just changing the lives of their patients, they're changing the way the world treats complex pediatric conditions. UW Health. Remarkable.
Hy-Vee's Choice Reserve and Prime Reserve beef, arguably the best beef in America. Their quality and flavor are undisputable, undeniable. Let's get ready to be unstoppable! And the winner by unanimous decision, Hy-Vee!
Hi, this is Coach Greg Gard, inviting you to join the Badger Basketball Booster Club. As a member of the Booster Club, you will have the opportunity to participate in a variety of great events, including pregame chalk talks, golf outings, and an away game bus trip. The Boosters play a vital role in assisting our staff and student athletes through fundraising and sponsorship. For additional information on joining the club, please call 608-265-6161. There's no better way to show your support than to join the Badger Basketball Boosters.
For me personally, I can't speak for everyone on the team, but I kind of get a feel of the game in the first half and how they're playing me and what their schemes are and things like that, and then kind of adjust from there. And I would probably, say that for a lot of guys, that's probably how they're thinking and how they're feeling. And it always helps when coach gets you fired up at the halftime speech too.
I mean, I was just feeding off everybody else. I mean, Ethan got me going in the first half. He got me the good ball hitting the corner. And then I kind of just followed Brad. Every time Brad drove, my guy was looking to help. So I kind of just snuck around, get the open spots, hit the shots.
When it's coming from them, your brothers, telling you to be aggressive and they need me to be in attack mode, it kind of hits home a little bit harder. So I just wanted to do that for them. And then also for Otto, it's my guy.
It's nice to have, the teammates that I do that, they believe in me 100%. And, even when I'm struggling at the beginning, they're telling me that they have my back and, they believe in my abilities. And so I just kind of stay the course, to answer your question, and just believe that, eventually it's going to come. I believe in myself just like I believe in everyone else on the team, and I think we're good enough that if we play together long enough that things will start clicking eventually.
March this is about depth now. I mean, we want to be able to take it easy on the starters, make sure they don't got to be wearing their bodies down every game. So it's on me, Kobe, Charlie, Aleem, guys off the bench. We got to provide that energy to take a load off of them so that when it comes down to crunch time, they're ready to perform. Anytime Brevin hits a shot, they're yelling, "Stay hot," and because he's one of the best shooters I've ever seen. And I tell him all the time, stop passing the ball, shoot the ball, type of thing. But yeah, to your point, the aspect of the bench and everyone being involved as a team, whether it's out of a timeout or coming into a timeout and everyone's clapping and cheering you on and stuff, obviously it makes you feel better, get that good oxytocin from high fives and stuff like that. And then when you're on the court and you can hear them, especially on the road, I think that's big for the bench to be really involved and you can hear them on the road. When it's going well, I mean, I think it's a tribute to everybody moving and playing in sync. We're not standing, we're not playing passive. Everybody's looking to score, everybody's looking to move, and when the ball's popping, when players are moving, that's when we're at our best. And today we got going in that flow in the second half, and that's what kind of took us home.
Progress is an endless challenge. Here at the University of Wisconsin, we're a community of innovators in constant motion. We think on our feet, connect with each other, and hit our stride, pushing past limits. Progress is an endless challenge, but it is only those up to the challenge who change the game.
Bounce pass to Hap, right of the paint, single coverage, Watkins finds Iverson, low on the left, slam dunk. Khalil wide open inside, 31-26 Penn State. Shot clock is off, 25 seconds left in the half, still 53-53. Trice outside right, bounce pass Iverson, baseline right. Slips it into Pritzel, low on the right, layup good. Pritzel with 14. Badgers lead 55-53, 3:55 remaining. They're on their feet in Madison. Badgers looking for a stop to win it. Inbounds pass to Bolton outside the center circle. Down to 10 seconds left. And a pass for Stevens, knocked away. Iverson, and then off of Lamar Stevens. And out of bounds to Wisconsin.
Oh, hard to believe heading into the final week of the regular season. Still lots of basketball ahead, but this hotly contested Big Ten season comes down to the final few days now, leading into next week's conference tournament in Chicago. But Greg, as we now head into the final week, we've talked all year about the depth of the league, and maybe we've talked in general terms, but not a ton into the specifics. But as we record this show, just looking this up a while ago, in the Ken Pomeroy statistics, 9 teams in the league are in the top 40 in defensive efficiency. 5 are in the top 25, which I'm sure is not news to you. You know that, but I'm not sure how many fans do. But when we have talked about the depth, the why of the depth, it does. I know that this league is known for its defense,
right,
but just more so maybe this year.
Yeah, I think you've got a combination of experienced players back, key players back in certain places, in certain programs. We've obviously grown through an experience. We're older, a year older than what we obviously were a year ago. It's common sense, but I think just having a number of guys back has helped help them take a step forward. And obviously you've got programs that have had to replace a lot of guys, some that got everybody back, but the consistency, I think, of the league and how you see just how the games have gone. I mean, it's been every night you turn it on and it's a down to the wire or a team that somebody from the bottom's knocking off somebody from the top. I think that, as I've said many times, there's a lot of maybe poorer records, but there's not any bad teams in our league.
And as much as a player could get used to the game in and game out, down to the wire, this group, maybe everybody in the league. I know Brad Davison was talking to reporters after the Northwestern game, so he loves it. It's fun. You hope it is, and maybe as a player it is. If you're watching as a coach, as a parent, it's a different story, but you want that player to embrace those.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, definitely. You're going to be, if you're good enough, you're going to be in those situations, specifically with the level of competition we play. I mean, that tells you just how many have come down to the wire, just of our own, the parity within the league, and we saw that even in our non-conference portion of the schedule, just that when you're playing at the highest level, and predominantly our strength of schedule defensively is number 1 in the country according to Ken Palm. I just saw that this morning. So we're seeing the level of play is at a high level, and hence you're going to have a lot of down-to-the-wire games because you got a lot of very evenly matched teams.
A couple general topics here, and it comes up, fans will ask after any number of games, but certainly after the Indiana game. We've had the topic of replay review, and there have been some lengthy ones, but curious, like on an out-of-bounds play, when they're going back to determine who touched it last. As a coach, if you have the time, and I guess this week you did, are you going over either or scenarios? Hey, we get the ball, we're going to do this. They get the ball, here's how we have to defend.
Yeah, you are. You're having both plays, both things coming out of the box or out of that timeout, so to speak. Number 1, obviously, if you're referring to the one late in the game, under 2 minutes, because that's the only time they can go to the monitor in those situations. You have an out-of-bounds play set. Actually, we had 2 set based on how they were going to play at a normal set and then a read or a counter to how they were going to play it. How they lined up. And then if we don't have the ball, what are we going to do? But also what we're going to do when we come back, whether we're tied, down 1, down 2, down 3. In those late games, you have to have a lot of cards on the table.
It reminded me it was almost as long, not quite, but almost as long as the 2014 regional final, right, in Anaheim against Arizona. I think that was 5 minutes, and I'm not exaggerating, but it probably seemed like a half an hour. So you're kind of. And maybe there, if I remember right, you were kind of planning for the worst as a coaching staff, though, correct?
Right, exactly. And then you get to the point where you run out of things to say. There's been a timeout. They are free timeouts, but the point in time where you just kind of run out, you review everything. You do a lot of, all right, let me repeat. Here's what we've got going. So, but the main thing is obviously they try to get it right. I know the length has been a thing that has been debated at a national level ad nauseum. There's really no box we can put over that right now. That's going to be something addressed in the offseason.
All right, general topic number 2 here. This past game against Iowa, Otto Poles being recognized. Long-time official, was a shortstop back in the days when baseball was up and running at Wisconsin, and a good one. And he's been keeping the score here for the official scorekeeper 55 years. Helps out every day. in practice, the travel. Pretty cool recognition for Otto. Right?
It is. I mean, it's what an icon. I mean, just from him and Barb, from being around the program for so long, obviously he's been doing that job longer than I've been alive. So he has seen a lot. He's seen a lot of highs, a lot of lows, everything that's been in between. But just the relationship with our players too, former players come back, and he's a grandfather figure to everybody in the program. And you know, obviously extremely happy for him. Well, it's just amazing that you can, how much time he has devoted and committed to Badger basketball.
Yeah, no doubt. And he's one of those guys, as we all know, as we know, he's as nice a human being as you'll meet. Actually, he's the second. Barb would be the nicest human being. But you could just at times say, Otto, tell us all about it. I mean, the days Big Ten football, Woody Hayes, Bo Schembechler. And then on the basketball floor, it's still funny, I think, for us, Tony Bennett, Rob Jeter, they'd kill him every day, right, when he'd officiate the scrimmages.
Absolutely, and I didn't let off the gas either too much when I was coaching that group. But no, I mean, he can. You get him going on the Schembechler, Hayes, and those football days and all the bowl games he did, the Rose Bowls. He has a lot of stories and a lot of great memories.
All right, general topic number 3 here in the remaining minutes. You get into the final week of the season. You've played Iowa once, but that was a long time ago. And you'll play Ohio State for the one and only time. So this is, we've talked about teams know each other inside out, but this is fairly fresh material, I guess, coming up.
It's a long time since we've played Iowa. They've changed a lot. They've improved a ton. And obviously Ohio State, I've only seen them just really in preparation for other opponents. There's been obviously a lot of common opponents. So it'll be, you know, it's exciting too, because it's teams you haven't seen and how have they changed since early December. And then the same thing with Ohio State, or late November actually, Iowa was when we opened the Big Ten season out there. And Ohio State, I think, is starting to, it looks like, find their feet, so to speak, and starting to really play well.
All right, the Hawkeyes will come to the Kohl Center for a Thursday night matchup against the Badgers, 6 o'clock tip here at the Kohl Center. Then the regular season closes in Columbus next Sunday afternoon, a 3:30 tip-off Central Time for the Badgers and Ohio State. Coach Gard's back in a few minutes with a great game, great question of the week. Stay with us.
Hy-Vee's Choice Reserve and Prime Reserve Beef, arguably the best beef in America. Their quality and flavor are undisputable, undeniable. Let's get ready to be unstoppable! And the winner by unanimous decision, Hy-Vee!
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
Ever since she can remember, she's wanted to become a doctor, a surgeon to be exact. Maybe it's because she's good at science, or because she loves math, or maybe it's because Lydia was born with a serious craniofacial anomaly, a cleft lip and palate that required a series of complex surgeries. And now she just wants to help others, just like the surgeons at UW Health helped her. UW Health and the American Family Children's Hospital. Remarkable.
The Learfield Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or at L Directors Cup on Twitter or Facebook. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
Happ right of the circle for Wisconsin, goes inside. Davison catches, right block, leaves it for Charlie Thomas, low on the right, up and in. Good find. Inside to Charlie, and we're tied at 18.
Go hard, man. It's all or nothing. You know, it's the last couple games. You got to stick it out and grind it out, man. Hey, we're coming down to the last lap, so you got to give it your all. And I'm excited. I'm hyped. I'm ready for it. And I can't wait. I can't wait to, see how this season plays out, because I know we're going to do great.
Rather than being sad on senior night, Thomas is more focused on going out with a bang.
I guess it's going to hit me when I get to the moment, but not really right at the moment. I'm kind of focused on, each game by game.
So I'm not really too focused on that right now.
He's growing into a guy that's obviously a team first player, but he's anxious and wants to help. So I can see disappointment when he's not playing as much as he would like, and that's natural. He's a competitor and he's been here for a while, but he also understands that he can help this team too. And so the balance of that, him. Being able to be ready mentally, whatever coach throws him in.
Winston out high, throws to Kyle Owens left side, off the wing to the rim, and a layup attempt is rejected out of bounds by Charlie Thomas.
Everybody's time at Wisconsin ends, but Thomas says the values learned and memories made are what make it last forever.
The whole organization, the staff, the coaches, they try to keep us, everyone, they hold us to a standard. And they instill that in us every single day to, be the best that you can be, not just on the court and off the court. So, those values, they tell us every day, just working to always become better for yourself and the team. Because, what you do helps the team and vice versa. So, everybody helps each other. So, always pushing to, better your best is what we strive for, and, that's what they instill in us. And that's what I took away from this whole college experience. It's always working.
The mental aspect of him being prepared for whatever scenario he's thrown into the game has been definitely a positive, and to see him develop into that situation has been good. So, proud of the way he's, transformed himself over the years. And, at the end of the day, he's not going to have great stats or numbers at, like on the Ethan Happ level, but we're going to know on the inside of his program how much he's meant to us for the 4 years he's been here.
You work hard, and you take the opportunity that's given to you. So after Wisconsin, continue to work, take whatever opportunity is given to you.
For the Badger Sports Report, I'm Lexi Graytech.
They are the ones who found a way to isolate a single prostate cancer cell hidden amongst a billion healthy blood cells. The ones pioneering advanced genomic testing in order to create personalized treatment protocols. They are the ones you want to talk to when the diagnosis is prostate cancer. They are the physicians and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
Hi, this is Coach Greg Gard, inviting you to join the Badger Basketball Booster Club. As a member of the Booster Club, you will have the opportunity to participate in a variety of great events, including pregame chalk talks, golf outings, and an away game bus trip. The Boosters play a vital role in assisting our staff and student athletes through fundraising and sponsorship. For additional information on joining the club, please call 608-265-6161. There's no better way to show your support than to join the Badger Basketball Boosters.
The Learfield Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or at L Directors Cup on Twitter or Facebook. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
The Badger Sports Report with Greg Gard is presented by UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Time for this week's Great Day and Great Question of the Week. We check in with Mitch over in Milwaukee. He wants to know, Coach, how often do you bring in folks as guest speakers and maybe some names that we might all recognize?
Well, thanks for your question, Mitch. You know, I do it. It's really never planned too far in advance just because of our schedule and how it deviates so much. We've done a lot of people. From our coaches on campus here, I've had Paul Chris come in. Coach Alvarez has talked a variety of times. You know, we've Coach McCarthy when he was with the Packers. Aaron Rodgers has popped by every once. Sometimes it's a very unplanned visit that we get. Dave Anderson is one of the recent ones this year that we've had do. He's been in here a couple times and talked to our guys that runs a Learn to Lead Academy out in California. So I like to do that, you know, and we've utilized John Gordon a little bit via Skype and messaging like that. One of the more famous or popular leadership authors. So there's a variety of things. I like to use outside voices that I have to make sure it aligns with what we're doing and it's appropriate. But I think our guys also enjoy it too. It just gives them such a unique place where we can take advantage of so many other experiences, and they seem to eat it up and really enjoy it.
Yeah, they really do. All right, we thank you for your question. The Great Dane with a location up in Wausau, as well as 4 in the Madison area, east side of town, downtown Fitchburg, as well as Hilldale. Want to thank all the good folks at the Great Dane Hilldale location once again this season for hosting all of the Badger coaches shows over there. We very much appreciate the partnership through the years and this year as well. Badgers close out the home portion of the schedule Thursday night against Iowa, 6 o'clock tip-off at the Kohl Center, and then the regular season wraps up next Sunday afternoon, Wisconsin playing Ohio State in Columbus. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
There is a boy who likes tractors and trains, a boy whose heart was far too strained. He was sick, you see, with a heart that broke. His heart needed fixing, his family needed hope. Enter our doctors with their newfangled tests. Enter our teams whose care is the best. Healthy and happy, the little boy's back, playing with tractors and trains on his track. UW Health and the American Family Children's Hospital. Remarkable.
Progress is an endless challenge. Here at the University of Wisconsin, we're a community of innovators in constant motion. We think on our feet, connect with each other, and hit our stride, pushing past limits. Progress is an endless challenge, but it is only those up to the challenge who change the game.